Hey guys, it's Miss True Love here with another lesson for you. Hope you're having a great day. Um, for me, it's Friday. I don't know what day you're watching this on, but yay, it's Friday. During this time of quarantine, it's hard to even remember some days what day of the week it is. It's kind of like one day just goes into the next. But anyhow, our last lesson was on figurative language, and I made two parts to it. So today we're going to cover the second part, just because there were so many. So yesterday, the last lesson yesterday covered similes, metaphors, personification, onomatopoeia, hyperbole, and understatement. And I think that was all of the ones on the last lesson. So today we're just going to pick up a few more. This lesson may not be as long as the last one, but if I had done them all at one time, it would have been a very long lesson. Yesterday when I did the lesson, we have our nice little cheerful background, and the day before when I did the lesson, I had a nice tie-dye shirt on that kind of matched the screen, and today I decided to wear another one just in honor of the screen. Just because. Anyhow, let's go ahead and get started with the lesson. So the first thing we're going to cover is puns. A pun is a play on words that have the same sound but have a different meaning, and they're usually really witty or they're very humorous. So we got over here, look at Mr. Koala Bear over here in the first little blurb I got there. I said, what do you mean I'm not a bear? I have all the qualifications. See, qualifications instead of qualifications. Haha. Or look at our bear over here. Why are teddy bears never hungry? They're always stuffed. Boom, boom. Yeah, it's funny stuff. It's a pun. That's what it is. It's just a play on words. So, I mean, comics, comedians use these all the time. And sometimes they're funny and some of them are just kind of, they're not as funny to some of us as they are to others, but they're humorous to someone, nevertheless. Now we have Proverbs, and then, those that have read in the Bible know there's a book of the Bible called Proverbs. So what exactly is a proverb? And we're not speaking of those necessarily that are scriptural. We're just talking about in daily life. But it's a figurative saying in which shows a bit of wisdom. So, we're just looking for something that just gives us some sort of a bit of knowledge. So we see over here, the early bird gets the worm. I've heard that all the time. What does that mean? Those that are motivated, those who get on it early, have some advantage over the people who are slackers. So it says, okay, so the early bird gets the worm. But what about the rest of us who want to sleep in? And so this is great. It says, great, he's a Bernie Sanders supporter. I didn't make this stuff up, y'all. I just found it. But I thought that was funny, so I had to share it. And then we have like an apple of a day keeps the doctor away. So that's another saying. Just if you take care of yourself and you'll stay healthy, keep that doctor away with that big needle. So those are proverbs. They're just little wise bits of saying, and grandparents are great at these things. Always have, and especially in the South, there's all these little sayings that, I'm like, what in the world are they trying to say? You got to figure them out. That's why it's figurative language. So proverbs are all over the place. You could find a million of them online. Then we have oxymoron. That's when two words are put together that kind of contradict themselves. They're opposites, like jumbo shrimp. Jumbo meaning big and shrimp meaning small. Jumbo shrimp, you know. Um, so, hey, I'm a jumbo shrimp. Yeah, or pretty ugly. How is something pretty ugly? Why wouldn't they just say very ugly, but pretty ugly? I've heard that. Or freezer burn. How could something be burnt when it's frozen? I mean, they almost seem contradictory in how they are written. Or, you know, you got over here living dead. How do you have living dead? Walking dead. How do you have them? They contradict themselves. You know, so, I mean, but, so those are oxymorons. So when, you know, I mean, it's just, these are just sayings that people use, but they really just don't, they're just words that don't go together. But you put them together, and I don't know why people did that. That's because we like to have plays on words, and I don't know why somebody would say jumbo shrimp instead of just like big shrimp. But that would be an oxymoron too. And I don't know why shrimp are called shrimp and why shrimps are supposed to be small. So that's food for thought for the day. If you have the answer, message me. Hymns. Saying that isn't meant to be taken literally, like, and it doesn't mean what it says. Like, don't be a stick in the mud. What does that mean, to be a stick in the mud? If we look at the little graphic over there, it says, I'll probably just stay in and watch TV tonight. Well, a stick in the mud is somebody who just doesn't want to do anything. They're just like, okay with just doing and being, you know. So a stick in the mud. They're usually somebody who's boring, doesn't have a lot of ambition. What about you're the apple of my eye? You're really not like this picture over here that kind of weirded me out, but I put it there anyhow with the apple with the eye on it. You're not really an eye in an apple or an apple of their eye. I mean, it just means that you are special to someone. And so evidently, apples are special. And if you are somebody's apple of their eye, you mean a lot to them. Or what if I have an ace up my sleeve? Does it really mean I have that playing card up my sleeve? No, it just means that you have some sort of an advantage. Sometimes it's taken, some people think it's an unfair advantage. Some people just mean that, you know, like you're going into a meeting or you're trying to meet with someone, you go like, oh, I got the ace up my sleeve, meaning you just think you got the upper hand. And so it doesn't always have a negative connotation, but sometimes it does. But anyhow, that is the last of our figurative languages that styles that we're going to talk about. But in all, there are just a lot of ways to make your writing more interesting. Writers use them to add interest, to add excitement, to get a reader to think. People use them in writing to make their writing more flavorful, more, you know, maybe more interesting. You know, of course, you know, people put them on. I saw some things just on Facebook, a list of sayings, which were actually figurative languages that people had to figure out exactly what they meant. And I was like, some of them, I couldn't come up with them. You know, so sometimes, you know, you got to know what your audience is. and to know where you need to use a particular type of figurative language, because if what I might know and what, say, people in another culture might understand might be something totally different. So you got to know your audience, and when you're writing things. Um, Most of all, what you need to know is that I miss y'all. It seems like it's been forever. I haven't had people calling me Miss True True, Thor, other things like that. So I kind of miss it. Um, but you can always email me at truelove.catherine@jobcourse.org. Or you can email me at reading1gjcc@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you if you have a question about the lesson, or if you just want to say, hey. Or you can, on the Google Classroom, there's places when I post assignments for you guys to make comments. Or you can make a comment on the Gadsden Bulldogs Facebook page and I will answer you. Or you can, just reach out to somebody else that's on the staff that you know on Facebook. If you have any issues, don't hesitate to contact me or another staff member, because we are there for you. About 2 days ago, I did on Wellness Wednesday, did a video about not quitting and not giving up, with a video with Trent Shelton. And I hesitated for a moment to spend a whole day on just on a lesson with a video and not teach necessary content. But you know, there's just times where we feel like we all need words of encouragement. I know I need them myself. And I know that not every person has that person or people in their lives at this time that can be that person of encouragement and positivity in their life right now. And if you need somebody, reach out to one of us that will and do care about you. These are just times that nobody anticipated that it would be this way and be this long. And we don't have any idea of when things will be the same again. But just know that the thing that hasn't changed is our goals and our missions, which is to make you guys be the best that you can be. And that won't change. And hopefully your guys' goals to be the best you that you can be hasn't changed either. With that being said, I'll be posting some lessons on IXL today on figurative language. So just go to the Google Classroom and that will be there, or just go to IXL and it should show assigned lessons there as well. Your username is your first name at Job Corps. For example, mine would be Kathy1 at Job Corps. And your password is Joyful1. And those are all lowercase letters. I'm going to leave you with just some encouragement that I believe in you. And I hope to see you soon. Bye.